With the 2020 presidential election looming, One America's Jack Posobiec speaks with Roger Stone to get his take on Joe Biden and his alleged ties to China.
We're very excited to welcome back to One America News. It's Roger Stone, former advisor to the president. Roger, thanks so much for coming on.
Jack, I'm delighted to be here.
Joe Biden is currently standing. It appears that he'll receive the Democrat nomination. Do you think that he will indeed be on the ballot in November?
Well, the suspension of some of the late big primaries like New York does create the actual mathematical possibility that he could get to their convention, whether it's a virtual convention online or whether it's an actual physical convention, without enough votes to be nominated on the first ballot. Virtually every professional Democrat I know, and yes, I am friendly with a few of them, fear his candidacy. Essentially, Joe Biden was any port in a storm, the guy they had to grab to block Bernie Sanders yet again. And therefore, they recognize that he's inherently weak as a candidate. His ties to China are a giant issue. And look, his son took $1.4 billion from the Central Chinese Bank controlled by the Communist Party. Joe Biden is bought and paid for. Donald Trump has had no problem standing up to the Chinese. He called it from the beginning. Joe Biden would be in the Chinese pocket. They've already paid for it through his son. He's already on record as saying that they don't even challenge us. They're not even a threat to us, which is wrong. So when it comes to being tough on China, I think it's a key issue for the president, as demonstrated by his record, and a huge vulnerability, among others, for Joe Biden.
Another vulnerability for Joe Biden, or a new brewing storm for him, are these allegations coming forward from Tara Reade. Have you taken a look at those, and what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I find this particularly vexing. In the Kavanaugh proceedings, when a number of women testified to Congress under oath, bearing false witness, lying about Judge Kavanaugh, they have now come forward and admitted that those were lies. Why haven't they been prosecuted? I was prosecuted for lying to Congress, which I didn't lie about anything material. This was essentially a stretch, to say the least. But why aren't those women being prosecuted? In this particular case, the hypocrisy of the entire women's democratic establishment and the Me Too movement is there for all to see. We were supposed to believe totally baseless, uncorroborated attacks on Judge Kavanaugh that threatened to destroy him and his family and his reputation with no backup whatsoever. But we're supposed to ignore Tara Reade, who has far more corroboration in view of the fact that she told numerous people about this incident immediately after it happened. And why Joe Biden refuses to open the papers at the University of Delaware, where the chairman of the board of the trustees is a major Biden donor and crony, I think kind of makes the point. What's in those papers that he fears the release of? He took a nice fat tax deduction for donating them. I think the American people have a right to see them.
Absolutely. Well, Roger, we wish you well, praying for you, and it's great to have you back for now. Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Stone, former advisor to the president here at One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.